Good morning. Welcome, everybody. I'm going to say hello. So much is going on. There's so many changes that are happening. Welcome. I'm supposed to say welcome. Hello. See? It's telling me it's not. Oops. Thought I was spamming, but I'm not spamming. I'm saying hello. Welcome. Lots happening in 24 hours. Wow. It's just crazy. It's just crazy, all the things that are going on and things happening all at seems like all at once. So sending out so much blessings to everybody. So if you're joining me or you're watching the replay, my name's Mary Jane Tracy. I'm a psychic medium, spiritual love of life coach, and an astrologer. I come to you and I'm going to give you the highways and byways of the cosmic craziness that is happening, as always. But it's like there's this movement that's happening today. And of course, the movement is Saturn is going into Aquarius, and it is a big deal because this time he's staying there for 2.5 years. So it's not like he's just moving and then whatever, but he is staying there. He's still at 2957. So he will be, as the day goes on, within the next 24 hours, at about 10:45 tonight, he will be in and stationed at, not stationed, but he will be in an Aquarius. The moon and Jupiter will be conjunct at 29 degrees today. So the moon is coming in and being conjunct at 29 degrees with all of this energy. And why is this so prevalent, or why is this because we're not going to see it again. Like, you're not going to see this energy with all three of them in Capricorn, and then the moon is hitting them, aspecting them all, like boom, 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 boom. And just in this catapulting of energy, of catapulting us and moving us forward into this new energetic world. And Chiron going forward at 4 degrees. So Chiron going forward, and then we have Aries at 21 and Aries at 21. So we have this energy that is still coming in. We have the moon, the Venus at 1 degree. Venus has gone into Sag. So she's feeling a little bit like more hallelujah. I'm out of. It was great meeting Juno. It was great doing some activities with Juno, but it was like I needed to get some fresh air. So Sagittarius is the energy that takes you into the new heights, and that's what we are wanting. We're wanting to take the energy into the new heights. We're wanting to take the energy into something more, right? That's where we're going. We're going into what our energies to for us to be able to expand even more. Like things like our, a lot of things that we or you think are superpowers, or some people might think that are like, ooh, those are real. Look at that gift on somebody. Our natural abilities, right? So psychic ability, mediumship, I'm just trying to think, being able to project and see in different areas, or hold an object and know what's in there. Those are natural abilities we all have. It's just that over the course of over 200 years, they've been dummied down or been thought of as evil or thought of as wrong. And now we're heading in out of this earth energy, this earthly energy where we have been taught to think from the neck up, that we are moving into a air energy. And the energy and the buildup, and you're gonna see so many fucking memes about this, but that's all right. About this conjunction of the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction, which is which is big because it's at 0 degrees and in Aries. And the reason why it's so big is that it hasn't done this for 800 years in Aries. Okay? It's not saying that Jupiter and Pluto have not conjuncted before. They've conjuncted before, but they haven't conjuncted at this point for 800 years. And that's what makes it significant. Okay? We're also having where Jupiter and Pluto, where this energy is going into an air for the next 200 years. Okay? Now, that doesn't mean that Jupiter and Pluto are staying in Aquarius for 200 years. That means that every time they meet up will be in an air sign for the next 200 years because they are going to make a whole 360 degrees. They are now completed a cycle of Earth that they have been doing for 200 years. It is now completed. And this completion means that we are moving into a new dynamic of energy. This isn't the age of Aquarius, okay? This is a new dynamic of energy that's coming forth that is giving us, some might be giving us clarity. It's going to be weird. It's going to be abstract. It's going to be not as defined as what we've had before, right? So it's not going to be defined the way that we thought it would be. Like Earth is defined. Earth is, this is the way it is. This is the way we do it. This is how we do it. It's boom, 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 boom. Earth is not, Earth is a definition. Earth is our world, right? So it's not saying that Earth is going out. I know some people are like, what do you mean? We're not going to have any more Earth. You're still going to have fucking Earth. But what I'm saying is the way that we create, the way that we think, we're coming into a creative energy, right? It's a creative energy. Yeah, having that ability to read minds, having that ability, and I'm not saying, Amanda, better explain that one, right? It's not like, ooh, I'm going into your mind thoughts and I'm like, ooh, all you want to do is fuck all day. No, that's not. Because some people are like, oh, I don't want anybody to read my mind because I wanted to kill that person, but I didn't really want to kill him. What I mean by reading minds is that you know, you have a feeling, oh, that's what they're thinking, right? That's what they're thinking, you know, or you have a perception. It's just like a connection with your loved one or somebody or a child. It's just like you have an idea. Okay, this is where their energy. It's more of a perceived of understanding their energy of where it is. Now, this energy is a forward moving. But there's a lot that's happening, as I said, that's wanting to get us off of that movement, doesn't want us to stay in that light. I mean, people are celebrating people getting the vaccine as if they're celebrities. Are they going to celebrate them when there's default in this? Because I just said, you know, the people who produced it didn't even use the fucking vaccine. So, and they don't want anybody to be able to sue them or go back at them if there's some default in this. So it's just crazy. Just saying, it's just crazy how this energy is going to, this is where you have to look at your beautiful, magical, energetic powers and come into that unicorn energy and come into the angels and come into that higher realm of energies, because this other energy is going to be like creeping along. It's like the creeper on the street that just wants to scare everybody, right? So really watch how you're feeling, watch how you're moving and how your energy is interacting with people, and begin to really trust it, right? And even begin to, you know, the thing is about our ego doesn't like us to grow, all right? It likes us to stay safe. So there is this energy that just wants you to stay safe, that doesn't want you to grow. And there's a part of us too that if there's a belief that you've been raised with, so I was indoctrinated with the Catholic Church, very, very Catholic. I mean, very Catholic. My father went to church every morning. My mother worked for the as a secretary for, oh my gosh, probably 15 plus years. And everything about us was very Catholic, right? So there's this education that was brought up. You were brought up to believe this energy, this way of doing things. When new energy comes, or new thought ways, or newness comes in, it takes that person to believe this, even though they know it's true. They might feel it's true. Okay, and this is where the confusion is going to be coming in. You might be feeling it's true, you just know it's true, but in your mind, your ego is saying, no, I can't do that, right? I can't believe that. I can't buy those tarot cards, because there's a belief with it, even though that's really where you're feeling. So there's going to be a struggle with this, huge struggle. Because people are going to be wanting to, but this is what I've been told, and I've always been told that, the doctors are right, and this person's right, and this is right, right? So all of these people must be conspiracy. All of this mustn't be true. But you're going back to you, and you hold your hand on your heart, and you're saying, oh, but I believe this way. This way feels right for me. This is a way that feels great. I believed this over here for the longest of time. And they showed me evidence. Remember, they'll show you evidence. Because if you want to find something, if you want to find something to be inevitably true, you will find a piece of it to be true. So that it'll make you feel good to still stay where you feel uncomfortable. So this is where we're coming in, and this is going to be new, and this is going to be a struggle, and people are going to be feeling out of sorts. They're going to be feeling really fucked up, because it's going to be this information that's going to be coming in. You're held up in I'm holed up in my room. You're holed up in your room, Christine. Why? So this is where this energy is opening up, right? This energy is opening up. And this energy, as it opens up, it's like, even when people, hello, Julie Reiki, thank you coming in. It was a good segue, you coming in. It's a good thing, because, if you're learning Reiki, for instance, all right, so I've been a Reiki master for 30 plus years. There's many people who I've taught. But it's always that, on level 1, when you are discovering this new energy, it's just like, oh, I can't. No, I've been told I'm not able to feel things like that. So it takes a while and practice to start and begin to believe that this is true. And the air energy that's coming in, it's going to come in quick. The quick, yes, in a way, right? But quick in a way that, because it is Aquarius. Aquarius is ruled by Saturn. So you got to also remember it's also ruled by Uranus, which is abstract and out there. And Saturn is still organized, still wanting to know the formula, still wanting to make sure that everything is in correct order. But Uranus is going to be coming in and saying, but look at it this way, right? Outside of it yet. Oh, just put yourself, just call in your God shield, baby. Call in your God shield. Just bring in that beautiful God shield and put yourself in a flow of beautiful pink and white energy, and call in Archangel Michael, and call in Lady Amethyst for you, and just have them encircle you and ingrain you and just penetrate you with such purity and strength and love that nothing can harm you from any crappy energy that's out there, sweetheart. Just do that. Just boom, right? So this is where, and a lot of things are going to start really coming in a new way. So yesterday I went on to my Periscope, and I found out that Periscope will be now solely on Twitter. Like Periscope, Periscope is part of Twitter, but they're downing, the app will be no longer as of March. And, for a lot of people, they think, oh, that's okay. Well, Periscope is the only outlet, or one of the only outlets, that you can come on and say a lot of things and you're not thrown off. So Periscope brings in a whole new energy field. Twitter is censored. Periscope isn't censored like Twitter. Periscope brought you news from the local person on the street saying, what the fuck is this? Do you see this happening? Periscope was the first one to come in and say, look at what's happening in Hong Kong, and was videotaping the things that were happening in Hong Kong months before it hit the mainstream news. Periscope brought in information and news before anybody else. And now they are now ending the app. So now it goes on to Twitter. So things will move over to Twitter. And so I'm going to slowly integrate, what I do onto Twitter and onto YouTube and onto Instagram. So there is one that I've been looking at, but it still feels odd to me. It's called haps.tv. Where am I going here? It's called haps.tv. That's my handle that I'll be going under, and I'm able to broadcast from there. But it's mainly like a news broadcast, so I have to be open, but I still have to really clarify everything that I'm doing so that they don't knock me off for whatever reasons. I wonder why they would end it on March 31st. March 31st is actually a very crucial, another turning point going into the spring and the spring energy. So it's also giving people a window, 90 days to transfer, because Periscope has a lot of people, like a lot of people that are on there, that video on there every day, a lot of celebs and stuff like that too. So, and I know people have mentioned to me about Twitch. Twitch is it's for gamers. I'm not a gamer. So to come on there and start doing what I do on Twitch, it's not a handle that it's for gamers. And then there's TikTok, and then doing videos on TikTok. So it's really where we were going, where everything seemed to flow very easily for us. Now it's kind of like, okay, you got to do it this way, you got to do it this way, you got to do it this way. TikTok is still owned by a Chinese company too. It's not owned by Microsoft. So it is still a Chinese company that monitors. And any Chinese nationalist that owns a company outside of China has to give the information to China. It is their law. It is their law. So anything that is posted, and I know a lot of people are like, oh, whatever, but whatever is posted on Twitter, it goes through their database through the Chinese government. Just an FYI. So I haven't done too much on Twitter or on TikTok. I've done a few things, but that's where we have to. If I had the money, I would have my own platform. But to hold a platform of your own costs anywhere around $5,000 US a month to have all the proper computer work and everything else to hold all the applications and everybody and have your app to do that. So it's a lot of money to do that. And unfortunately, I am not at that. I am not there at this time. Never know. We might be finding the Guru Mama TV coming to you soon. So there you go. And finding to make the Guru Mama TV. So that might be coming soon. So we're gonna put that in the cauldron. I'm putting that in the cauldron. I'm stirring that up. The Guru Mama TV. So gurumama.tv. I like that. I don't know. You guys tell me, you like that or not? The Guru Mama TV. So, and creating that on some kind of platform. It might be, I need to get need to get caffeine. You'll be fine, Christine. You'll be fine. So we have that coming up. Lost my train of thought when I got into the Guru Mama TV. That's just too funny. I just lost my train of thought. But today we're moving forward. We're moving forward. I love Aquarius. I have a love-hate of Aquarius. My daughter's Aquarius. All my children have Aquarius in their chart. It's either they have it as a moon or a rising sign or a sun sign. So Aquarius is very much a part of what I deal with on a daily basis with my family. But Aquarius is one that is very, it can be very crazy because I have a son with a Scorpio moon or Scorpio sun and Aquarius moon. And that's nutty. That's nutty. There's a lot of nutty energy with that. Of how people act and how their brain goes, right? So we have this movement of us moving forward and moving forward in such ways that are totally unknown, that are ways that we may not totally understand. You're an Aquarius. Love you. Love you. Come into my fold. I love you. Love my air signs, but coming into that energy because it is, you are a fixed sign, right? So Aquarius is a fixed sign. It is the water bearer. And that means that they collect what they need to collect. But if you ask for more than what you've been given, because that's why it's a collective, they're about community, right? So they're about this community and bringing in community. They are the 10th house. Right, so bringing in that energy of the 10th house, which is you is that I gave you the water, I gave you what you needed. You have to utilize that to go forward. So you can't go back and re-ask for something that you've already got, right? And I just looked at your text and I'm saying yes. And that's where, for a lot of things that last night I had my orientation and did my orientation and introduction my info session, which was very informative. It was very interesting, the information that came up for me through the meditations and stuff we did. And we did a cute little labyrinth thing. But that's the energy that's coming in, that's changing, right? So, yes, definitely something along that line, and even working. See, my thing is about working and coming into community. My energy is going into the 9th house, and the 9th house is about spirituality and ascension and rising out of the 8th house, which, hey, my Capricorn's been in the 8th house with all of these guys. So finances, boundaries, it has been about joint finances, creating, something new, tax, all of that. It's because the 8th house is ruled by Scorpio. So all of that energy in that Scorpio energy, yet trying to be foundational. So it's been a little bit mucked up but the foundation has come in because in 28, and when he came in here in 2018, as Saturn was coming in to 2018, we found a beautiful home to live in, and we've been here since Christmas 2017. So we've been in this house since Christmas of 2017. So now we're moving into where we want expansion. We want something more. We're moving into something that, you know what? It's possible. I may not have all the answers, but it's possible. It's possible to bring in. It's possible to have the Guru Mama TV. It's possible to have whatever it is that you're dreaming of. And this is where you have to be able to think outside the box, because that's where Uranus is. And Uranus is to think out of the box. It is not the norm. Aquariuses are not normal. They are ET energies. God bless you all. But if you have a lot of Aquarius in your chart, like my Saturn's in Aquarius, so I'm going through a Saturn return. We're not normal. There is an unnormalcy with us because we don't want to live the normal way that everybody else does. We don't want to do it the way everybody else does. We want to create. If we want to do it like everybody else, it's got to be very uniformed or set in a certain way. So that's where, for me, comes into when it comes to ritual, being very ritualistic in a lot of things that I do, but still having that abstract kind of craziness. So this is where energies and nuances are coming forward for us and coming in. There is a song I do want to play, now, if you are on Facebook, I am sorry, it'll probably get cut, but I have to do this because it is something, it was let me see. It's something that, it was actually when this person sang it, when he sang it, it was a turning point in his, it was a turning point in his life. So when he sang this song, right, it was a turning point. If it's not weird, I don't want it. Exactly, Christy. You don't want it. So this song was a turning point in this person's life, a huge turning point. And because he went through, plus I'm a total fan, always have been, of him. But knowing his life story and knowing the shit that he's gone through and the transformations that he made, I didn't know this. I didn't know that he could sing. And at first I wasn't sure about it. And yes, it's Robert Downey Jr. That's Robert Downey Jr. 10 years ago. I love that picture. You can tell he's high as fuck. But come on, come down trees, putting up, playing, dancing songs of joy and peace. So wish I had a river I could skate away. But it don't snow, it stays pretty green. Make a lot of money and I'm gonna quit this crazy scene. Wish I had a river I could skate away. I wish I had someone teach my feet down. I wish I had a river skate away. Oh, my baby. With me at ease, love me some night and then the weekend blues. Wish I had a river I could skate away. I'm so hard to handle, selfish and I'm sad.
Lost the best baby that I ever had. Wish I had been born. I could skate away. I wish I'd have been so long. Teach my feet to love. Wish I'd have been born, scared me on. Never, baby, say goodbye. Come on, Christmas, come on, Jesus, come on, bring songs of joy and peace. So, wish I had been born, I could skate away.
Wow. Now, the thing is, he has such a smooth, raspy voice. I don't know why that boy is not singing more, because that is some smooth singing. That's all I got to say. And he hit some notes there that were absolutely fantastic. So, I mean, usually you hear Joni Mitchell singing that, but hearing Robert singing it, I think that was a very beautiful way to close our session today. Sending you guys out with so much love. That's one of my new faves. And I mean, could you imagine if they played that at the end games? Oh my God. Anyways, that would have made us cry even more. Since I am an Iron Man fan. He is an Aries, by the way. Robert Downey Jr. is an Aries, and he has a Taurus moon. So he's a kind of guy that's just like, yeah, this is what's going to happen for him. And where's his? Because he's the same age as I am. Or he's a little younger than I am. Because his Saturn is in Pisces. God help him. No wonder he's so happy so up there. His is in Pisces, and mine is in Aquarius. So interesting. Sending you guys out with so much love. And may the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all that you say and all that you be and all that you do. Thank you for being a part of my community and being here today. I had to love those firesides. Have a blessed one, everybody, and let your light shine. Just remember, stay focused on what you want to do and trust your intuition, even though your ego might be leading you to a different direction. Blessed be everybody. Bye-bye.